Imagine this. Your next-door neighbor quits his high-paying job to sell books online from his garage. No office, no big team, just him, his wife, a dial-up modem, and a crazy dream. You'd probably think, yay, this guy's lost it. That neighbor's name was Jeff Bezos, and that weird little online bookstore became Amazon, a company that now runs half the internet, delivers half your stuff, and this made him one of the richest people alive. This video is not just about how Bezos got rich. It's about the way he thought, the quiet decisions he made, and the wealth principles that most people completely overlook. So if you're someone who's building something from scratch, trying to grow your money, or just tired of working hard and seeing nothing really change, stick around, because there's something here for you. And hey, if you're into real, down-to-earth money talks that actually teach you something, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. I drop gems like this every single day to help you think bigger, plan smarter, and build a life that truly works. Alright, let's talk about how Jeff Bezos quietly took over the world and what that means for you. He walked away from a six-figure Wall Street job to sell books online. No warehouse, no investors, no roadmap, just a clunky modem, a garage, and what looked like a very bad idea. Fast forward 30 years, that bad idea turned into Amazon, a global empire that delivers your groceries, powers half the internet, and made Jeff Bezos one of the wealthiest men on earth. But the real question is, how did he do it? And more importantly, what can you learn from it for your own financial journey? Let's break it down. Point 1. The nerd with a blueprint. Bezos wasn't born into wealth or power. He was raised by a teenage mom and adopted by a Cuban immigrant. A quiet, curious kid, always building, always tinkering. He studied computer science at Princeton and landed a secure job on Wall Street. Safe, logical, comfortable. But let me ask you, have you ever felt successful, yet unfulfilled? That was Bezos. He could have stayed comfortable, but he chose to be courageous. Point 2. The internet statistic that shook his world. In 1994, Bezos stumbled on a stat. The internet was growing at 2,300% a year. He asked himself, if something is growing that fast, how do I get in early? He compiled a list of 20 potential product ideas, and among them books emerged as the most compelling option. It was cheap to ship, no size issues, and massive demand. And just like that, the garage chapter began. What are you overlooking today that could explode tomorrow? Point 3. The garage, the modem, and the long game. He left his job. His boss tried to talk him out of it. He drove across the country with his wife and launched Amazon.com with door-plank desks and dial-up internet. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't smooth, but it worked. And here's where Bezos shocked investors. He told them, you won't see returns for at least 5 to 7 years. In a world chasing instant profits, he played the long game. Would you wait 7 years to see results from your dream? Point 4. The get big fast era, and almost losing it all. By the late 1990s, Amazon went public. Bezos expanded into music, toys, and electronics. The strategy, get big fast. Then came the dot-com crash. Amazon's stock dropped 90%. People said it was over, but Bezos didn't fold. He doubled down on customer obsession, cut costs, and focused. When your finances crash, do you panic or pivot? Point 5. The secret weapon, Amazon Web Services and real money. While everyone thought Amazon was just a retailer, Bezos was quietly building something revolutionary. Amazon Web Services, also called AWS. They needed cloud power to run Amazon, so they built it. Then they started renting it out. People laughed. Now, AWS powers Netflix, NASA, even the CIA. And here's the shocker. AWS makes more profit than Amazon's entire retail business. What hidden skill, idea, or system do you have that could quietly become your biggest asset? Point 6. The bold experiments, win or fail. Jeff Bezos wasn't afraid to take bold risks. Some looked ridiculous at the time. But that's what made the difference. Just look at the kind of swings he took. He tried building stores with no cashiers. You just walk in, grab what you want, and walk out. No checkout lines. He pushed for drones to deliver packages, something most people thought was science fiction. He launched the Fire Phone, a smartphone that completely flopped and disappeared almost as fast as it arrived. He then launched Amazon Prime and Kindle, both game changers. Prime reshaped how people shop, and Kindle completely transformed how we read books. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But the key, he never stopped experimenting. He believed in high-risk, high-reward experiments. When most people fear failure, Bezos embraced it, because he knew failure was part of the process and success. Are you avoiding failure, or using it to build resilience? Write your honest answer in the comment section, and I'll give you a heart. If you're getting value from this message and you want me to continue, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I drop messages like this every day to build your mindset and finances. Thank you. Let's continue. Point 7. The $1 trillion peak and a step back. By the year 2020, Amazon hit a $1 trillion valuation. It owned almost half of US e-commerce, and over 1 million people worked under its umbrella. When COVID-19 hit, while businesses shut down, Amazon scaled up. It became a lifeline for millions. Then in 2021, Bezos stepped down as CEO, not because he was finished, but because his next mission was even bigger. Blue Origin and the dream of colonizing space. What happens when you hit your goal? Do you stop, or do you scale a new mountain? Take a pause and think about that. Point 8. The mindset that built the empire. So what truly made Bezos different? Firstly, he thought in decades, not deadlines. Secondly, he focused on customers, not competition. Thirdly, he invested in infrastructure, not just income. Fourthly, he failed publicly and learned quickly. Here's something he said: if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. Let that sink in. What would your finances, career or business look like if you thought 10 years ahead instead of 10 days? Finally on this, the real takeaway is Bezos didn't just sell books. He sold a mindset that says start small but think massive. Delay gratification for exponential growth. Obsess over value, not vanity. Embrace risk and never settle for comfort. And the most humbling part, it all started with a weird idea in a small garage with no guarantee of success. So the question becomes, what creative idea are you sitting on right now? What's one smart move you can start now that your future self will thank you for? Maybe, just maybe, the next global empire won't come from a boardroom. It'll come from someone like you, willing to take one uncomfortable step in the direction of purpose. If this video made you think a little deeper, or helped you see things in a new light, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps. And hey, don't just watch and disappear. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what stuck with you the most. And if you're into real conversations about money, mindset, and building something that actually lasts, make sure you subscribe. We've got way more where this came from. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you in the next one.